This is the third time I've tried to do this video. The first time, my phone ran out of storage right as I was just about to stop the video, and it corrupted the video so I couldn't upload it. The second time, just as I was getting into it, I was swarmed by mosquitoes. So this is the third time that I am attempting to shoot this video. So let's see if it works. Here are the tests on my 1973 VHP toilet. As you guys may remember from the previous video, there was a bunch of foul looking stuff right there by the logo, and there was this penny stuck in it. So after a little while, I got the penny to come off, and it was pretty hard stuck on there, and I looked at it. That's a wheat penny. And I don't know how well you can see this, but it is from 1945. So a 1945 penny was stuck here. Could have been since before I was born even. I don't know, but this toilet was really disgusting and neglected, so I'm not going to even try to think about how long that penny could have been there. But anyway, it is set to the water line, as you can see there. It's just on some generic parts and a Kohler handle. There's a little flower in here. So let's give it a flush and do some tests. It's got a great flush, and surprisingly not too short. So, for some reason my camera just lost focus there. But let's add some water to the bowl, and then try a washcloth. I think I actually missed a little bit of mineral buildup in here. As you can see, there's still some right there. So I'm just gonna chip at it, see if I can get it out. There we go. That should be good enough, and I'll clear off the residue before I sell it. So let's wait for that tank to fill up and then try a washcloth. And because I've waited so long to do this video, my cloths are dried and stiff, so I have to get them wet again, which won't be too much of a problem. So when the tank is full, I'll see if it can take a washcloth. There we go. Now let's give it a flush. Did perfectly. Now I'm going to add some water to the bowl. And then let's try a grocery bag. There is still a little bit of mineral buildup in here. I've cleared it out for the most part, but I couldn't get everything. So I will clean the rest of it up with acid before I restore it, but for now, there is just a tiny little bit of residue in there. So let's wait for that tank to fill up and then see if it can take a grocery bag. So the tank is just about full. Should shut off here in a second. So let's see if it can take a grocery bag. It sort of choked on it a little bit. It took it, but it choked on it. So in the previous video of this that I was unable to upload, it actually took it pretty easily. So I'm just going to try them both together, the grocery bag and the washcloth. But I'll lay the bag out flat this time because it was in sort of a weird position for that first test. So there we go. Now let's stick the washcloth right on top of it. I'm gonna need a new washcloth pretty soon because this one's just getting really thin and there's a couple holes in it. So it's about time for that one to have its last flush. So anyway, when the tank is full, I will do this test. The tank is full, so let's see if it could take a washcloth and a grocery bag together. This has no chance of passing. It is completely stuck. So that's a definite failure there. Now let's try a dish towel. I'm not surprised it failed, honestly, because toilets with this design where they have the siphon jet sort of pointed at a 45-degree angle up, these don't really tend to be very good performers. So I just got to get this wet so that it's not crunched up in a big ball and it clogs real easily. So once this is laid out and the tank is full, I'll see if it can pass. I honestly don't think it will. It just doesn't seem like the kind of toilet that would be able to take a dish towel. So when the tank is full, I'll see if it can take it. Alright, so let's see if it can take a dish towel. And it has sunken a little bit, which would mean that it would try to enter the trapway prematurely and it may clog it a lot easier. I've had that happen before. So I'm just going to lay it out flat and then give it a flush. It did awesome. So far I'm quite pleased with the performance of this toilet. I wouldn't really give it too much hate for failing the washcloth in the grocery bag because, as we all know, I'm sure, you're not supposed to flush those kinds of things, and it's certainly not meant to take them. So I'm going to add some water to the bowl and wait for the tank to fill up, and then I'll do a dirt test. So one thing I have noticed about these VHP toilets is that the bowl rinse is not good. It is, and when I say not good, I mean horrible, because the rim jets point outward into the bowl and just kind of splash around instead of actually rinsing the sides. So I'm going to wait for the tank to fill up, and then I'll see if it can pass this dirt test. Well, it's not looking too good for this toilet, so let's see how it does. That doesn't look too good to me. Oh my gosh. This is probably in like the top 5 worst bowl rinse I've ever seen in my life. I think the worst might go to that 2002 pressure light that BTR Plumbing now has. And I know that my 1980s Kilgore over there surprisingly has some pretty awful bowl rinse, but I have never seen anything this bad before. So I'm honestly really disappointed in that, because they could have just easily angled the rim jets to point to the side of the rim. And I actually have seen them like that before. I guess these ones are all a little bit different because they're sort of cheap, but this is honestly disappointing. So that concludes these tests. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and turn on notifications. It helps my channel a lot and I really appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and see you guys in the next video.